Welcome, YouTube. Let me give you the context of today's game. This tournament is called the One Shining Moment. There's $500 on the line, single elimination. I got 16, or ended up being about 19, of the best players available to play 1v1. And right now, we have Jack versus Cosmic in the semifinal. Some fun stuff has happened so far. I think the biggest upset in the One Shining Moment to the spirit of the tournament is probably Tally over AJ. We'll see if Tally can make it all the way through. But for now, we've got Jack versus Cosmic. Chat, here we go. Apparently Jack and Cosmic. You might have been wondering where Cosmic has been because he's actually taken a slight break from the 1v1 scene when he first made his big waves around the time he was winning matches against AJ. But he has not wanted to be locked in as a 1v1 main. He has made it clear that his aspirations are past just the 1v1 scene and into top Rocket League player in general, specifically, of course, the RLCS. So Cosmic has been working on his mechanics and been in free play a ton. I actually was just talking to Jack before the match, said that he's had some internet troubles, which have resulted in a lot of free play. But he has decided, after announcing the tournament, the One Shining Moment tournament, that he was going to hop back in. He said he did a few ranked ones games in order to remember how to play ones, and he seemingly remembered well. I think he had to go through Scribbles, and he just played against a Zapatos in order to make it here. Jack had to go through Fast and Feer in order to make it here. So Jack trying to prove that just because I only invited 4 players to Fearfest Jr. doesn't mean that I missed out on the best player, that I found it in Jack, and will he be able to live up to that heavy title? We'll have to see. Cosmic's playing well, and I'm excited to get more people involved. I really love doing tournaments like this. You know, I was sitting here working my software job as well in the meantime while watching some of the games before, and I just feel like it's special to be able to have made a impact on the community like this, and specifically how we've stuck to, whatever, I'm not trying to say that I'm still old Feer, although I just realized the sentence was about to make it seem like I'm desperately trying to be old Feer. But we've done these kind of tournaments for a long time where we've gotten everybody involved in the Start GG bracket and have been able to do like almost what I like to think of as like a March Madness style, tons of games going on at the same time. It's been a fun thing that, you know, apparently still works, even though it's been a while since I've done it. And I'm just excited to see the players excited to play. Just a good time. Just good times to be had, you know? And so I'm going to remember this going forward and try and do these a little bit more often because, you know, at the end of the day, this is a $500 prize pool that I put up, but what really is making the tournament solid is everybody contributing by either competing or streaming or watching. So anyways, Jack tying it up 2-2. This is the best of 5. Best of 5s the rest of the way out. All best of 5s. These guys have been playing a good amount, so both of them have played they played a best of 3 and a best of 5 before this match, so we don't want to weigh them down too much. This is the semifinal, so they'll have this one and another one. And I would love to see brand new faces in the grand final of this one, especially considering 3 out of the 4 players that we had, or did we get all of them? No, we didn't get Chronic. So 3 out of the 4 players from Fearfest Jr. competed in this as well. Wiz and Jack still alive in the tournament, and AJ already eliminated, so we could get a repeat of the final. It could be Jack versus Wiz if they can live up to how they played previously. Yo, Detweiler, thank you for the 22 months. I saw the 22 in your name. Thank you for the 4 months of Prime. Thanks for the great content. Appreciate that. Yeah, no problem. And Takama, thank you for the Prime. These 2 guys contributing to the Prime till full-time movements, and I greatly appreciate it. If you like this idea of the One Shining Moment tournament and you're thinking to yourself, I want to see it for EU, the good news is that we do have an EU tournament too, and that will be tomorrow. Why did Daniel not play? Daniel has been away from the game a little bit recently, and I think he plans on getting back up to speed, you know, a decent a bit before Gamers 8, but is not grinding it out just yet. So we will see Daniel back, even back in the ones game, because he will, of course, be playing ones for version 1. And And you'll have to be ready to take down a lot of good opponents. That's a big time tournament. What about Roas? Probably the same deal. Probably the same deal for Roas. Yo, the Real Jar, thank you for the raid. I don't know if notification's going to go through on stream. I don't know why it didn't pop up, but the Real Jar helping us commentate today. Hopefully the Real Jar had a good time. Oh, I have something in my throat. Sorry about this. You keep hearing it like falter. I had a cold like, feels like 2 weeks ago. And for some reason, my voice isn't perfect until like months after I've had the cold. It's crazy how long it sticks around. Gamers 8 is at the end of August. Ooh, Cosmic. Not going to be able to get away with doing that against the guy like ApparentlyJack. Yo, the Real Jar, thank you for the 8 months. Was great. Thanks for the opportunity. Glad. I hope it wasn't too scuffed. I hope that you had a good time with it. The start of these tournaments always seem like they're a bit scuffed, but I feel like once they get going, everybody gets into a groove. Oh, sorry. Yes, thank you. Okay, that's why everyone was asking if it was a best of 7. Good point. Let me update the overlay. Okay, should say best of 5 now. We ran a best of 7 earlier, which is, and I never closed out the UI. Cosmic within 1 with 1:05 left to go, even with gifting a free goal here and there. Staying aggressive on 0 boost right now. And Jack missed that. He was forced to go up earlier than he would have liked. I wasn't watching from Jack's perspective, so it's hard to tell whether or not it was just a brutal missed open net or if it was just Cosmic really forcing him to be uncomfortable. Cosmic diving into Jack's half. He wanted the demo, but Jack very wisely jumping to travel around the corner. Jack did not connect there. There was an opportunity for Cosmic. Oh, Cosmic, there's another gift. You can't be giving gifts to a guy like Jack. Thank you, KevDog, as well. KevDog helping out with today's tournament. Appreciate you covering some games for me. The EU tournament starts at 7 p.m. Central European time. Central European summertime, right? I think that's the time zone that they're in. Jack with the 2-goal lead. And, wow, I would say Jack kind of gifted a goal back. But I was going to say at least 2 directly gifted goals, I would say, by Cosmic to Jack. And it may make you think, what? What? Wait, 1 second. Was he just trying to get it? Okay, this is my best read. Cosmic was trying to go for a cheeky delay, and then last second thought he saw Jack hitting the ball in that direction, so he turned his car there to like prep for it, but he just misread it, and that was not what Jack was doing, so Jack just shot the ball on net. That's my guess. That's how I try and analyze that play. Jack picking up where he left off in Fearfest Jr. with a Game 1 win. Game number 2. Will this be the one shining moment for Cosmic? Or will Jack snuff out all competition? One 1v1s seem to be a bit more predictable in general. I think that's why you'll see a lot of different tournaments that are run with just the top players. But every once in a while, somebody can surprise you. Start to work their way into the scene. And what's important is opportunities to do so. In fact, I'm going to use this as my opportunity to rant a little bit. Not rant, but talk about the bubble scene, because there's a lot of talk about the bubble scene and bubble tournaments and whether or not the tournaments we have for the RLCS bubble are good enough for them to, are they right? Specifically, you might have known of the draw, one that James and Rizzo run, and the fact that they include 4 pro teams. They include 4 of the top teams in RLCS in the tournament. And a lot of people, therefore, want to not claim that it's a bubble tournament or not claim that it's the best thing for the bubble and that they shouldn't be trying to suggest that their tournament helps the bubble, basically. Which I vehemently disagree with. I think the draw is the best tournament idea I've ever seen. And I've told them as much as well, which is there's a problem with bubble tournaments, which is that people don't want to watch bubble players as much. It's just reality. You know, people who are super hardcore will go in to check every single bit of Rocket League they can, but a lot of people want to watch just the best teams. So you cannot get sponsors, really, for bubble tournaments. There's just not enough viewership there. So it's just a money-losing venture, which you could argue Rocket League should do. Rocket League should lose money on the bubble just to keep, you know, the talent going in their main product getting better and better. That's an argument to be made. But if you're James and Rizzo, what you need is a good tournament that maybe has a chance of making its own money. So what they did is they added pro players and the draw, the mix-up draw, that therefore guarantees that every round could be good. Instead of doing seeding where like the pro teams only play each other at the very end after they beat everyone else, the random seeding makes it possible for the entire broadcast to be high-quality games on stream the whole way. It's genius. It's absolutely genius. And on top of that, I think bubble players actually like it. I think bubble players probably would prefer it because, and I mean, they'd have to speak for themselves, because what do bubble players want? Do they want to be in the bubble forever? Do they want to hold the bubble trophy and say, look, I won the bubble? No, they want to be RLCS players. And their opportunity to prove that they should be is by beating RLCS teams. The best RLCS bubble tournament that exists is RLCS qualifiers. RLCS qualifiers, where everybody is trying their hardest and the bubble teams can play a full range of competition all the way up to RLCS teams if they happen to make it. So to me, the draw almost matches that. It creates another qualifier for everybody to play in, and literally you could beat RLCS teams in that tournament. So to me, it's perfect. Anyways, my big rant is all to say that you could argue that this one shining moment, by allowing guys like AJ and ApparentlyJack and Wiz, who played in the top tournaments, to play in this as well, is the perfect ones bubble tournament. Because it allows for up-and-coming players to run the entire gambit and join really the elite crew if they were able to win the tournament. So I feel like it's healthy for the one scene. And maybe even healthier than if we were to not include guys like Jack, AJ, Chronic, you know, the top tier. But anyways, that's my thoughts on that. Right now, Jack is showing that he is top tier, as he's up 6-3 with half a game left to go. Do this with twos next time. Yeah, there's a lot of up-and-comers who want to show off in twos, which makes sense because twos is a mode that everyone right now is considering, you know, almost the best proving ground for RLCS, which used to be six-mans. Used to be far and away six-mans. Everyone said, you know, what's your six-man's rank? Oh, who cares about any rank at all? You could be diamond, but if you get X in six-mans, then you're good. It seems like people have shifted off that. Now you can get X in six-mans and you're not even necessarily, you know, next up. But if you dominate in twos ranked, it seems like you get a bit more respect there. Isn't twos cancer? I don't know. I think that's just... everybody who plays the game is going to be frustrated at some point. And because twos is just the mode that everybody plays, you'll see people saying that, you know, it's terrible or this, that, the other. Cosmic deciding not to take a shot as the ball falls to the ground there. Interesting decision, but I think it's paid off. He's got himself a possession with 100 boost. And Jack trying to dive to beat him. Ooh, that was a valiant effort by Cosmic. He was going to try and wall dash all the way back to the ball and see if he could get the angle before Jack got there, but nowhere close despite the impressive dashes. But he has dunked Jack, and he is not letting Jack run away with this one. Oh, Cosmic, is that a missed wall dash? It must have been, because certainly flipping off the wall, yeah, he just throws a my bad. Because no reason to be doing that. Jack. He is, of any of the top 1v1ers right now, he is one of the only ones. You know, even Moxie, who plays very grounded, still just Jack is in a league of his own in terms of his willingness to slow the game down. He is down to just have it come to a complete halt. Whereas guys like Nupo and Zen, Daniel, like a lot of these other top 1 players, they are just maniacs, really. Daniel's a bit slow, too. He's slow, but not in the way that Jack is. He's just like a slow, set up a free space aerial attack at times. He's not slow like Jack, who is just willing to just stop the ball on the ground while he's carrying it and go 1 mile an hour if he thinks it's the right decision. Here he is again, 1 mile an hour in front of the net, just letting Wavy kind of outplay himself. And now, oh, Wavy's on the other side of the tournament. Cosmic, letting Cosmic outplay himself. Cosmic just trying to get one for the road, or maybe not, I guess. 6 seconds, and it could just be not for the road. It could be to send this to overtime, but it's looking like Jack's going to go up 2-0 and try and back-to-back on tournaments here. Jack, saucy double. But it doesn't connect. Cosmic, he's up against a Giants. Can he get it done? You will hear the bot Fennec gameplay talked about a lot. Although I don't think this is necessarily the case anymore. But around the time when a lot of 1v1 players were playing Fennec, I think, or just people were moving into the Fennec, there were players who'd play very unmechanical, you know, very straightforward in the Fennec, that started to get the title bot Fennec, you know, playing like that style, playing like without air roll, kind of like Daniel did. I think they call him Dan Bot. What was Daniel's bot name when he was in his Fennec and not using air roll? Jack certainly is playing like that. Dandroid, that's what it was. Yeah, I knew it was better than Dan Bot. I'm like, Dan Bot doesn't sound right. Whatever it was, it fit a lot better. And you're right, Dandroid is it. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Only in an ApparentlyJack game will these two just just freeze and just do pump fakes for 30 full seconds. like, and then he scores. He just knows what he's doing. Cosmic probably should have just pump faked for 4 straight minutes or 5 straight minutes and then try and see if he could get 1 goal so we could win 1-0, but why didn't he use air roll? Well, the idea is that players get so caught up in looking fancy and trying to be mechanical that they lose sight of the fact that, you know, winning can be achieved much easier by just putting yourself in the right position and, you know, setting up the right plays. And you can basically just not use air roll at all and still win. It's something that I am very aware of as someone who is definitely the least mechanical player in just about every lobby I play in, because I have just, you know, I haven't proved any mechanics in forever. I still felt like when I first got, you know, my rank of around Grand Champ 1, I thought I was a fairly unmechanical, but now I definitely am. But it's still possible to stay that rank. You just play like a bot, and you can figure it out. You know who did that first? You know who was the original bot player to high ranks? It's Gibbs. Probably still is. I don't know what Gibbs is rated nowadays, but I don't know if Gibbs ever even bound air roll. And he'll still dunk on you in your ranked lobby. Cosmic has kept this game close. But he's done that previously, and every game seems to finish off in favor of Jack. He's going to try and get around the ball. He wants to cut it. Will Jack just let him waste a bunch of time? Jack is on his way back. Not really. This definitely favors Cosmic. I wonder if Jack's just kind of trying to sneak back. Like, if Jack goes slow, is there a world in which he actually gets to save it? You know? Because speeding back would guarantee he gets scored on. But, like, if he kind of trolls a little bit and doesn't directly go to save it, I think there's a world in which he might actually be able to. Because Cosmic doesn't, you know, take it seriously. Gibbs is low GC1? Yeah, exactly. Gibbs still farming the GCs to this day without the mechanics. Jack, so smooth. The ability to take this ball in just a couple touches while dodging everything that Cosmic's trying to throw at him. It's not easy to do. Gibbs is the only pro or former pro I've beaten in ranked. Yeah, that's true. I don't think I've beaten any pros or former pros. I don't play with pros ever anymore. There was once upon a time when I guess maybe there's just less players. Or maybe because I was Grand Champ and back in the day I think they reset everybody to Grand Champ. Like they reset all the pros that low. I think that's how I would get in the lobby occasionally at the start of a season. But now they don't even reset pros anywhere near my rank. They don't push them down far enough, so I just never see them. Jack, double off the ceiling, reset. It's a fake, but it works. As Cosmic pre-jumped it. Players passing to themselves off the ceiling now with ease. Cosmic wanted to prevent the full clip, and he kind of did. He prevented it from being, you know, as brutal as it could have been. Instead, it's a fake. Oh, maybe getting faked is worse. You remember when Daniel pushed down all the way to Champ 3? Yeah, there was one time that the reset, for some reason, reset Daniel all the way down to Champ 3. And I remember he posted about it on Twitter. Like, he got reset lower than I did, I think, that season. And I was just like, what? They reset him to plat? Wait, so you're telling me he grinded a couple games to Champ 3 and then took the screenshot? Because he wasn't as low as plat, I don't think, in the screenshot. Cosmic. Or maybe he played his qualifiers first, or he played his 10 matches, won them 10 straight, and then was able to take the screenshot. I don't know what they call him. What do they call him? Placement? That's what I'm thinking of. Placement. Cosmic right now with a minute left to go is in the lead, 4-3. Just needs to ice out this game, which is way easier said than done against Jack, because there's Jack scoring his 4th goal. You could almost feel like Cosmic was trying to be careful. Like he knew he had a lead and didn't want to do anything wrong. The guy was just kind of not moving. He's just moving really slow around the map with 0 boost. Afraid to flip, I think. His flipping is very committal. So in his head, he's like, as long as I don't flip, I've never committed and I won't get caught. But no. You have to be a little bit more confident than that. Otherwise, Jack will find a way to get his goal. Now he's going to dribble all the way from the back corner. Seemed like he would have pogoed had Cosmic let him, but Cosmic attacking before he gets to the ground. Cosmic now trying to chase Jack down. Couldn't quite clip him. That might be the end of the series. Man, that was close. I don't know if I blame Cosmic for not going for it, or for going for it. Ooh, that moment right there. And if you remember that he's playing on West Ping, so he's playing on 76, he's like... That one was ping. Yeah, exactly. 76 ping, that close to margins. My man drove through Jack's car on his screen, I'm sure. But unfortunately, that just might be the end of the series. Jack air dribble 50, and Cosmic's going to double it in. Insult to injury. GG's, he says, as he's forced to score on his own goal. It's going to be Jack in the grand final. Will we see a new face to try and take advantage of their shining moments? we'll have to see coming up next.